where I thought he was going with it too. He's got all these letters on him. Some adventurer is going to come down the road and be like, "Hey, look, there's a dead dwarf. Look at all these fucking letters." It's like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a walking library. He must have been a messenger for Turan.
Yeah, dude, that's it was scary at first. I'm not gonna lie. I like that though. It gives you that sense, like, oh well, we've done, pooped in our campfire now.
Yep. Yeah, that's a little bit of what it felt like for sure, because it's just, I mean, whenever you go down in one hit to like a dragon type being, it's just like, oh well, shit.
That's that double attack, man. Just two good rolls. I got lucky. It just started.
That was one attack.
Me left and right.
That wasn't even a double attack from him. That was one. Yeah. That was his very first attack on me.
But did you get damage from the throw and the thrown into the cart?
No. His first attack did that.
He took 12 damage on his first attack because his talons, as long as he was in air, he was going to fuck you guys up.
Yeah.
Uriah.
Lucky we didn't get fire.
Uriah took out his tail, which made him unable to fly, so he had to use his less powerful bite attack. And oh my god, that still did so much damage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, dude, those were vicious. So.
Thank God for Tommy.
Oh man,
yeah.
Dude, I gave him. See, back when I used to play, man, with my old crew, we come across like some squire or something, and our main fighter, and he was always like he was a fighter, but wished he could be a paladin. So he'd always try to do good, even though he knew he could never be a paladin. And for some reason, we come across some squire that was kind of an ass, and he rears back and just slaps him. Smack. We're all just like shocked, like, God, why did you just do? He was like, I'll fucking slap him. I was like, why? So he'll aspire to be better or something. I was like, and then somehow it just worked to where he just got in our party, and he was just known as Tommy. And dude, the whole party loved the guy. And it was just the day he died or something, I thought everybody was going to start crying. It was a rough day that night. But since then, that was always like the squire name.
See, in Critical Role, they have a character named Lady Kima that's kind of the same way, where she actually is a paladin, but she just shows up and, travels with the party occasionally, and Matt Mercer is the one that plays as her and chooses what to attack with her and everything else. So, it's one of those... The whole entire party loves when she's around because she brings that element that they don't have. They don't have a paladin. So they don't have somebody that has, a two-handed warhammer or something, even for her size, that does divine damage all over the place. So it's right. You always get attached to little characters like that most of the time because... Tommy's probably going to, the way he tackled that fucking goblin and everything, he's probably going to be a rogue or something, And...
Oh, well, and I kind of just forced that name out. I couldn't help it. It's all I could think about then. Like, that's another fucking Tommy.
Right.
Just, how do you think about him attacking the creature when we already had her back against the wall? That's what, and I should have, I'm not even thinking to him, maybe, no big deal, just curious. When we start the next adventure, maybe get some inspiration. I keep forgetting about that in 5th edition.
Inspiration from what?
You get don't you get like an inspiration? It's like an inspiration point.
Right.
Is that what it is? No. It gives you like advantage on a roll.
Yeah, inspiration per the rule book, not homebrew, gives advantage.
Yeah.
The way Matt Mercer plays it is different because oftentimes their players can get advantage from doing other stuff. Right. So they are allowed that D10 or D6 inspiration die. If you guys can provide if you guys try to, do something inspirational, then yeah, sure, we can
I just forget
some
about
inspiration stuff.
It's all I do. I constantly forget about crap. Like forgot about my javelins, and I was gonna approach you this too. I used to have this thing, or it was this thing we always joked about for years. It's called the boot move, and someone in our party would end up keeping a dagger in their boot, and they would always. I guess they'd call it like they were called shot. The boot move. They'd pull the dagger and throw it, or stab somebody, and they'd have to roll like a 19 or 20 or some crap. I don't know. It's just old school homebrew stuff. It's I guess I've forgotten about, but since I've been started playing again, all this shit's coming back to me.
Yeah.
I don't mind you keeping a dagger in your boot, but if you pull it out, you're gonna fight with it like a dagger. Whether you throw it or you want to stab something with it.
Yeah, definitely. But that's just my call for it. I'm gonna boot move. You'll know I'm
boot
gonna throw that damn dagger. Yeah, the boot move.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
The inspiration that they get so much is from Scanlan, which is a bardic inspiration. That's different.
Oh, okay. Well, see, yeah, I've only watched like one episode of Critical Role.
Well, you need to watch more.
Dude, I don't have time.
Yeah, you
don't have time.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Next Wednesday, I should be here. I do have a job interview at 2:30, but I should be here. If I'm not here by 5, give me 10, 15 minutes. I'm sure I'll be here.
Okay.
So,
I appreciate you telling me beforehand.
Yeah, I doubt they'll have me. I mean, at 2:30, I doubt the interview is going to take 2.5 hours. I mean, and I doubt they'll have me working that night.
Well, just so you guys are aware, school is getting very, very busy. Game Design 2 course that I'm in right now.
Oh, really? You're in a game design course? That is kick ass, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Is it like programming or something, or?
All of the above. Art, programming, design, sound editing, all kinds of shit.
Really? That is kick ass, bro.
Well, we don't get too much into like the sound that, but I mean it's usually, hey, this is how you adjust sounds. Right. This is how you assign them. Okay, great. And then we go on to design games. They're a lot of fun sometimes. The school, it's a lot of work though. It's a lot of work.
I bet it is, dude. I bet it is. I just it's kick ass, man. You've had a kick ass campaign for like last week. I was telling Joker there that I'm just surprised that you've never DM because you really handle it very well. You really do. So
thank you. I try.
And dude, I wish I could have some of my old crew with us on this campaign. I think it would really test your patience sometimes, man. But it's just awesome. I wish I could get my old crew in here with us. Joker was able to run with us, or Empty Balls, one run with us.
Yep.
We just had a good time.
And they killed me without me being there the next session that they went.
Sorry, bro. We kind of knew we wouldn't see you again for a while. Yeah, he died.
That's kind of how it went.
You saved somebody's life.
I teleported somebody away or some shit, and then I got eaten by a dragon.
It took some dragons. Some dragons tore you up. Yeah, they ate you.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that for just a second. I had a staff that allowed me to command dragons, and for some fucked up reason, for some reason, they decided that my character would have given it to somebody else instead of keeping it on him. And they ended up using it, and whenever they went to use it, they called like 3 fucking dragons that started circling them, and then all hell breaks loose. He doesn't know how to use the staff to control the dragons, and I ended up dying.
You won. That's what
I didn't roll nothing.
Beautiful.
I wasn't there.
Beautiful.
So lame.
Dude, I don't know. I was smoking a lot of pot back then.
I
don't remember that well.
Right.
I mean, this is the first time I'm playing D&D, and I'm not a smoker anymore, so maybe it'll stick a little better.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm loving it. Shit, Wednesday can't get here fast enough.
Awesome. Yep. That is music to my ears.
I agree. It is a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun for me. It's hard. Character and this is what I'm doing, because that takes agency from you guys and puts it all on myself, and then because I know how I play and I know all the fucking ins and outs of it. I don't think I can play and DM at the same time.
That's probably the most challenging things, to play a character and DM.
Yeah. Sir Reginald Luxmar, that I have rolled up in Sword Coast Legends, and so that's where that name came from, because you were like,
oh, okay,
I need a name, but
Yeah, I knew that was going to catch you off guard too, because I was just like, let's see what name he comes up with.
That'll happen, man. You don't even think, like, you give him some tavern keeper. What's his name? Oh, crap. It's just
fucking Dave.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know. They'll just prod you for a name for this, name for that, and you're just constantly having to pull it out of your ass. It's like, Bob the tavern keep, Phil the stable master,
Philip. Should I give them a fancy name? Yeah, do that. That sounds great. My name is Philip.
It's like, what's your name? Steve. Steve what? Steve Dave. I can't wait to come across somebody that just has the dumbest name in all of continuity.
Dave Ming Chang.
Yeah, dude. I tell you, I got the plan. I'm not gonna tell the DM though, but I got the plan how we're gonna leave Home Guard, dude. I got it. Assuming, I mean, I hate to say it though, probably one of the most successful characters I've ever had in D&D was just the most evil son of a bitch. I mean, and it's not like the DM was just letting us run willy nilly. He just every time he tried to bring us to justice or whatever, dude, we would just bust out 20s. I mean, it would just kill him. He just could not understand it. I couldn't either. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Oh, dude, evil as hell my character was. But I was just crazy rich, would lie to everybody, just rob everything I could.
Right.
I hated this one town and raised an army, and we'd come attack it. They defeated us. We went back. By the next year, we got more men and coins and really just raided the town. We finished the job off the second time. I mean, just evil as hell, dude. That's why I was telling Viles, like, man, I don't think I'm going to go in evil. I'm going to try to be good on this campaign.
Yeah, that was something that we definitely discussed beforehand too. Because I was telling Brax, I'm like, man, it's so hard to have somebody that's evil alongside your main party. Because most of the time you want them to work together, and even if you have an evil guy that can mesh and work together, it's usually not done that well. You usually have somebody that's like overtly evil, or just, he skirts around as much as he can, and then there's that one time that he does something really evil, and the rest of the party's like, okay, well, we got to do something with you now. Like, you can't stick around. And it's just like, how do you get past points like that with your group whenever this is the group?
Oh, we were lucky. We just, we killed the good character and the rest of us were evil. And then he got over it, made an evil character just to run with us. And then we just went and raped and pillaged the land. It was horrible.
And that's the other side of the coin too, is that, you're kind of one way or the other. You're either evil or you're good. Most parties, I feel, are good. They're, out to be heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've always, like, I was in a campaign probably like 2 years ago or so, and one of the guys just, he's just stealing stuff off people. And, we're kind of looking around like, hey, can we perception check this? Like, well, what's the deal? DM's like, sure, go ahead. Well, like 3 of us catch him doing it, and he starts trying to lie through his teeth. His rolls were miserable. And so we're just like, yeah, you're not a good dude. And it was just, we were at that crossroads, like, what do? Do we try to carry him with us and make him a better person? Which is what we tried to do, but he never would have anything of it. He was very hard-headed. And so it was one of those, we tried to work with him and tried to work with him and tried to work with him, and he just wasn't having any of it. Like, he still wanted to be Mr., walk around, be evil all the time. And I feel like it just made the party, like, very, very rough going. Like, every time we started to play together, it was like, wow, I wonder what this guy's going to do today. Because he always kind of just took it out of ourselves, and it's one of those things, like, I would rather have a group that doesn't try to skirt things like that and tries to play mostly good, mostly evil, one of those, and just kind of chooses. I mean,
we've had that, like you said, but usually the odd man out just gets killed somehow. If it's an evil party and one guy's trying to be really good, then the evil party just kills the guy. And if it's an all good party and one guy's just a real thorn, we either just beat the shit out of him, leave him tied up for the local constabulary or whatever we got to do. Usually nothing, it can cause hard feelings, but you either need to get with the program or just go through characters